Griffin. Equally good defense on Ba'amute. Chris Paul looking for the contact. He did get the...
Matthews working on Crawford. Lopez. He got a block by Chris Paul. He blocked a 7-foot center shot.
5-6. Griffin wants it. Pass was intended for Hawes. It was broken up. 2-on-2. Collison twisting, spinning, and there's a great defensive play by Paul. Wow.
No, why not? I think as an athlete, you need to have a day of rest after you compete. There's been, as Redick lays it up, there's been several.
At his age, I think he's the best wing defender in the game.
Crawford, bad decision. Here comes Kalafis. He had 4 steals last night.
Blocked
by Paul!
And he maintained it.
Well, think about the Spurs. They rushed their big three often late in the season. And here's Griffin going over Adams. The rebound by Jones. Oh, the taken and the theft by Paul.
Well, their bench is a bit depleted now with 2 starters out tonight. Going to the hoop, blocked by Paul, taken by Jordan.
They couldn't think the Warriors were anticipating necessarily. DeAndre Jordan knocking it away. Jordan leaking out and finishing.
Knight on the fly. Loses the basketball to Paul. Ahead to Griffin.
Good pass by Barnes.
Redick inside was going to do a reverse jam, but just couldn't quite corral it. For Reed. Green darts to the goal, knocked away by Paul. Here's Jordan behind the back. He might slam dunk.
That was only Blake's 8th shot.
Favors loses the basketball to Paul. Clippers run out. They have numbers. Lead pass to Barnes. He'll drive. Get it rejected. Goaltend.
With Randy Whitman. Lawrence Frank, one-time head coach with the New Jersey Nets, was also an assistant in Boston with Doc, and that's a Pacer turnover. Lob City, and Griffin throws it down.
Yeah. Into JJ, and staying away by Chris Paul, one of the great defensive players at the point guard position in the NBA.
11. Redick now has 11 points, 8 of the 11 here in the third. Nice play by Paul to broke it up. 3-on-1. Paul to draw.
LeBron covered a set of screen here. Deflected. Chased by Dellavedova and James. Barnes and one. And Dellavedova.
Right now, neither team has a foul so far here in the third. So the Pelicans try to expand their biggest lead of the game. It's taken away, though. It'll be points off a turnover. They doubled and took it away.
Waiters, Ibaka, Mitch McGarry, Andre Robertson, and Reggie Jackson out there for OKC. Nice steal from Paul. Throws it ahead to Rivers. Jackson in pursuit, and Rivers throws it down.
Curry and Lillard and Westbrook and Chris Paul. I mean, the list goes on and on. Every team has one.
Well, Chris Paul just took it right away from Ricky Rubio. Timberwolves are going to need another timeout.
Happy about it.
Nothing going on, and they're looking at the bench, and now they're down to 5.
And they turn it over.
And Chris Paul held by Randolph.
Down the lane to Griffin, picked up by Jordan with a 2-hand reverse slam dunk.
I mean that as a compliment because his jump shot is so good and he makes it look so easy. You know, in his younger years, he had to attack the rim all the time because the jump shot wasn't it. Now he can pick his spots.
69-64. Paul knocked it away from his former teammate. Look out below.
38. And then the Mavs have gone to the well numerous times since and come up dry. And then Paul leans in on Villanueva and pokes it away. And Chris Paul shovels up ahead to Rivers. 12-0 run.
Can't hit. Smith couldn't hold on. Paul getting back, helping deflect it. J.J. Redick in stride. Nails the three-pointer. Only their second three.
Brett Barnacki.
Foul number 3 committed by Paul. Ginobili looking to shake off Redick. Bad pass. Here comes Paul. 3-on-1 for the Clippers. Jordan with the stop.
We'll watch to see how the Clippers respond here in this third quarter. Beverly tried to get into the rolling. Motiejunas could not. There's Paul, challenged by Harden. Crashes into the stanchion, but scores.
2 run for the Clippers. Kid Gilchrist out front, guarded by Chris Paul. Knocked away. On there, there's the steal by Paul. Got Blake running on a trailer, too.
I think Mike just informed me that Redick is the number one scorer in the NBA in the opening 5 minutes of the game. Showed it to you with that three he hit, and there's another one.
Pushes it right at the rim. Give the assist to Blake Griffin. It's 4-3. Lakers are down.
There's the German in the time. Got himself in a whole lot of trouble.
Wow. Blake Griffin.
Paul, the wraparound to Griffin. Levine had it, loses the ball. Oh! Griffin slam dunk. Seen their biggest lead of the ball game. Fournier bobbles it, throws it away. Paul gets it, and a foul on Harris. That's 3 fouls now on Tobias Harris. On the net. Good job by Griffin staying in front of him. And a turnover is forced. Griffin looks, finds Redick, shoots the 3 ball. Bingo.
They're running like that.
It's a rebounding team they are. Hicks is blocked by Griffin.
Chris Paul took it away.
Paul comes out with it. Lobs it ahead.
Oh, baby.
David magnificently to Barnes for 2.
All over Hollis Thompson.
Griffin, equally good defense on Ba'amute. Chris Paul looking for the contact. He did get the bucket.
Barry hesitates. Cross-court pass deflected. Grabbed by Griffin. As Barnes ahead. Iguodala closes fast. Griffin lays it up and in.
Thompson threw it away. Now 7 seconds. And going to be a turnover as Chris Paul picks his pocket, and that's another thing he does.
Robertson to Telfair. Jones out there. Shot clock at 2. Telfair had it knocked away by Paul.
Great shot maker leaning in almost horizontal to the floor. Steal by Paul. Led the NBA in that category the last 4 years. And the 3 by Bullock.
Giannis works the distance and hands it off to Knight.
Brandon Knight has been really
deflected. Clippers have it. Paul to Redick for the lead. Bingo! Boy, 2:20 to go in the game. Clippers not out of the woods yet. There, maybe they are. Here comes Griffin all the way to the goal. He gets fouled hard. Ball's taken away.
That's Chris's second turnover in short order.
Burke has a block by Chris Paul.
I think he did.
3-on-1. DeAndre.
We got numbers.
And you got Dirk around and out on a 3-pointer. Baseball pass by Matt Barnes, intercepted by Chandler Parsons. Now Rondo with it.
You saw with the screen. Ball goes under the screen with contact, and then Conley takes the foul. Randolph at the elbow, had it knocked away. Griffin from behind, and Griffin will take it. Not make.
Could be Memphis, which has proved to be problematic in the past. The Clippers are coming to win. They're coming to play. Blocked from behind by Paul, recovered by Bledsoe, and he scored. And I don't think there was
big basketball.
Yeah, that's Frank Vogel. I know you have to game plan for Chris Paul.
There's a steal by Paul.
And Blake Griffin, but do you have to game plan for Redick?
And done.
Possession of the first quarter. Paul gets a screen, and I mean a screen. That was a concrete wall set up by Big Baby.
That's 3 in a row for CP.
Curry really for hot man right now is Batum, but he throws that one away, and then Lillard thinks he has Chris Paul tied up. Boy,
That's Jimmy Butler. Snell puts up the 3. That won't go. Noah's tip misses. Mirotic the rebound. Stripped by Paul, and he comes up with a loose ball.
3:22.
Blake Griffin with a slow start has put together 8 quick points.
Pass batted down by Chris Paul. Ahead to Griffin. Korver back. And a foul.
Hopefully avoid any drought. Parker with 4 seconds against Paul. Blocked and stolen by Chris Paul.
Biggest of the ball game. Ball deflected again. Active hands for the Clippers.
It was WBIS plus.
Ever hear of it?
No,
well,
not. Sorry.
That's a bit of an issue. That's why.
Rose like 9 inches.
On the move to Redick. Hops in, gets the shot blocked by Davis. Leads the league. Poked away by Paul.
What a steal.
He's in the middle. 15-16 Clippers.
Does it matter how much you make? Whoever has the highest contact gets to shoot it?
Tucker throws it away. Here come the Clippers. Griffin leading the break.
He knows what a time
His ground.
Oladipo. Oh, double clutched and missed the dunk. And down low, Crawford took it away from Vucevic.
Broughton dropped it. The dribble is still alive. Pass deflected. Another turnover by each team, but the Clippers will get it back, and a foul is going to be called on McDaniel.
Some ghastly three-pointer tips in the last minute. Paul takes it away from Batum. He's got a 2-on-1. Paul to Barnes. Back to Paul to Jordan for the slam. And Jordan holds on to the rim with Batum underneath him.
Los Angeles Hospital for further testing. He did not use the stretcher. He was able to walk out in his street clothes. I'll get you more information as soon as I can.
All right, the third-year player from Bosnia.
Finally plucked by Plumlee.
Great block by Plumlee from behind.
He's really been playing well coming off the bench. No Brandon Wright tonight.
Here's Vasquez. They are 10-5 with him in the lineup as a starter. Terrence Ross had been starting the other games. Great steal by Chris Paul. Goes right down the floor and gets the back.
That sequence by J.J. Redick and DeAndre Jordan. How they...
Off the turnover, wild pass, and Paul can't save it.
Matching their biggest lead of the game. They've had to put Minnesota in a world of hurt now. The rest of the way, they turn the ball over. Barnes is trying to run himself to another goal, but
89.
I mean, why couldn't you put me next to somebody else's 5 games? Why you got to put me next to the greatest 5-game span in the history of the game?
Another net turnover. Paul with the steal.
Chippy, ornery, runs the floor, hits a three, has 12 technical fouls this year. They're going to steal it away. Chris Paul going to do it himself. Wesley Johnson on top. And Davis down low. The Lakers 5. The drive by Brown. Shot clock at 3. Ball is loose. Jamal Crawford got it.
now this is against the San Antonio second unit. Down low to Baines. Stripped away by Paul. Taken by Redick.
Find your rhythm, and there's issues of trust. What better way to get going than to win some road games and to play like this with the ball movement for the Clippers?
Griffin the feed. Redick was trying.
Don't score out of their timeout. Josh Smith put it down, lost it. Chris Paul in transition. It's the screen from Griffin, gets to the paint, fires and fills it.
Chris got it back.
Redick saves it. Oh my! There's a foul, no basket. Loose ball foul against the Clippers. Probably Blake Griffin.
Yeah, and I think it's number 3 on him.
Middleton won the jump. Jabari Parker gets tangled up with Griffin and Paul. And here's Barnes all alone.
Dallas. Dance to freedom, missed the shot, rebound. Oh, what a great job by Paul taking away from the bigger, stronger Smith.
For 12 points and 7 rebounds. 87-85. Clippers. Ingles lobs it inside. Fade stolen by Paul. They'll run it down the side.
Griffin with 25 points to lead all scorers. Kawhi Leonard 23 to top San Antonio. Aaron Baines lost it. First reaction for Baines tonight. It's the 12th San Antonio turnover.
Puts a move on Crawford. Tough shot. Oh, beautiful crossover. Not able to hit. Mozgov on the rebound. Stripped by Paul. Is Barnes on the far side. But the Cavaliers able to get back. 86 straight games of 15 or more rebounds. 186.
DeAndre Jordan cracked up. We told him the number.
Haspel. 24-22. And Rudy Gay thought he was fouled by Paul. No call. Paul.
They have an incredible friendship, constantly talking on the team plane, and said he wished they would have won a championship together in Orlando, but they certainly have a chance to do it here, Ralph.
Here's a chance for a breakaway. Blake Griffin gets the hole.
You don't control the point guard. You don't
throw the point guard, then you get lazy with the pass. It's little things. You chip away, you get yourself with the game.
And I got word from the Clipper locker room, Ralph, that Blake is not feeling well. And the actual words were, he's really, really sick.
Down the lane he'll go.
Don't think the quarter's over.
1.8 seconds to go. 60-footer by Green at the buzzer. So the period comes to an end, and the Clippers walk off with a 2-point lead, a 9-2 run to end the quarter.
Right, fires and misses. Rebound taken by Noah. Shoveled ahead quickly to Heinrich.
And one of the benchmarks of a Thibodeau defense is they're going to contest those jump shots.
Good. Tonight we're working hard at it. Jazz on top by one. There's a steal. Bad pass comes to Paul. Barnes going to run himself to the basket. Get fouled. He'll go to the line.
Chris Paul has 10 points, 10 assists, and it's his 13th double-double of the year, and that just slipped right out of the hands from Stuckey.
Well, they were trying to get the ball into David West. They missed it the first time.
Tightened up defensively.
Chris Paul takes it away.
Another turnover.
10. Doc Rivers told us earlier, yes, we've won games, but we're not playing great at this point. Here's a steal. 3-on-1 led by Paul. Redick.
He did a great job out of the floppy action, put himself in position for open look.
Paul steps in with the steal and the foul called on Thompson.
And that's a very promising number. Look at why. 6 wins when Tyreek has 8 or more assists, as he is the starting point guard. Joel, I spoke with him pregame, and he said he has just as much fun dropping dimes as he does scoring points. And as long as everybody's involved.
They've suffered, especially with Durant. The home record not what it normally has been. As Paul knocks it away again. Paul, 3 over Ibaka.
Chris Paul with a strong. Gorgie with the rebound. Chris Paul took the basketball right back away.
By Carter, shoots the 3, way short. Follow won't go. Taken by DeAndre Jordan. Clippers running out. He'll go all the way to the basket. Lay it in.
I think Chris Paul.
Good defense there. Forced Blake Griffin into a tough shot.
Play 21 seconds of great defense, and Griffin hits one of those on you. The ball taken away from the Jazz again.
Second left, so I think it's impossible to score a basket right now. Boy, what a fun first half that was.
Shooting 42% for this game. Cut in for the weak side by Powell, and stepping in front and stealing Chris Paul. And he goes down.
Highland was his dad's name when he was growing up. There was, as far as he's concerned, only one Highland Jordan. That was his dad. So ever since he was a kid, he's been DeAndre, his middle name.
He said he really likes his team. Now, obviously, Jamal Crawford's name is mentioned as a possible trade bait.
Pass from Leonard picked off by Jordan.
Basket interference. We saw another replay, and it looked like it was the right call.
Paul, good job there to take it away. After deflecting it from Beverly, it's Hamilton again, and he knocks it down.
The pick from Jefferson. Oh, a good one. Takes Rivers down. Roll to the goal and gets his pocket picked by Paul. Rivers leaks out. He'll drive.
Good defender.
Yes, he is. And he's tough.
Yep.
One of those guys you don't like if he's on the other team, but you love him if he's on yours. Bass turns it over.
Griffin into the corner. Here's his chance. Reggie, bang, off the iron.
Great beat by Blake.
Good job by Jordan getting his hand up.
That's what they talked about all preseason. When you
His fourth, second team foul.
Such a little competitor.
Playing out of his world right now. He's got 15 in a row. It's 49 straight for Durant. As Paul gets the block, Cantor took a shot to the face.
We've seen it now 3 times on this trip where DJ will get a running start.
The ball is deflected. Here comes Paul all by himself. I guess he's not going to slam dunk this year.
No. I just think he's a crafty player.
Poked away from behind. What a job by Paul. Running out. Redick drives, scores.
13 points, 14 rebounds, comes up with the steal here. Gets it out to Chris Paul with the easy layup. 2.5.
Chris Paul.
Boy, what a silly choice by Drummond.
Good choice by JJ. Bingo.
JJ was hitting everything before the ball game, too. I would not be surprised.
Allure in a playoff race. He says it's what's unified this team. Quote, no one wants to be the reason we don't make it, Bickerstaff said of his conference finalist from last year. With all the playoff experience in that.
Vucevic stripped to the basketball by Paul. The point guard Gibbons, the point guard taketh away.
His fourth, second team foul.
Such a little competitor.
Yet went up 3 games to 1 and still lost. There's a steal by Paul from Howard down the middle. DeAndre Jordan with a 2-hand stop.
He's with Pierce on him. Jordan whipped, and Jordan gets it back. That was Paul who stripped it clean. J.J. Redick for 3, and Redick hits his 9th three.
Hit his first 2 shots, but all since that, it's picked off by Paul, among the leaders in steals. Here's Paul down the lane with the runner, yes, and the foul.
The Clippers turn the ball over also without Austin Rivers tonight. There's a takeaway by Chris Paul. Clippers have numbers. Paul the look to J.J. Redick. A better look for Crawford for 3. Bingo!
What a pass.
Good job by Rivers. Another turnover. Paul burst of speed down the lane.
Clippers are one of the best teams in the league last couple of years in not turning it over. Paul deflects it. Nice steal from Paul. Goes down the lane, off the glass.
Another lazy pass. Hold on, here comes Griffin at the other end. Green back position. Paul's thinking about 3. Curry will defend. And Chris Paul
down the lane. Saw DeAndre Jordan. The lob somehow controlled beautifully by Wes Johnson, and he put it in. There's one of those Burt guys. Down the low, Gobert has the ball stolen. Clippers 3-on-2 in the break. The lob, the jam!
He almost...
Well, you were making the point to me before the game that you think with the 4 of the 5 that the Clippers have, that they would challenge for one of the best starting lineups in the league.
If they could get something out of the 3 position as Blake Griffin.
Down low, broken up. A steal by Chris Paul. Clippers a chance to take the lead. Paul to the hole, put it up, put it in. Chris Paul. CP3 puts the Clippers up by 1. Tyreke Evans. Both knocked away, taken by Paul. JJ for 2.
We're doing a full investigation, which is what we said we would do. We're not done with that. We're going to do a proper job, and then we're going to figure out what the actions should be. And
through the hands of Lee. Here come the Clippers. Crawford challenges Barea.
He absolutely took advantage of that size.
9-2, he guards Gay. Another screen from Cousins, poked away by Stevenson. Here comes DeAndre Jordan, running out. DJ slam dunk.
That was a state shooter.
Ibaka and Durant. There's a steal by Chris Paul. He'll go to the hole, score, Clippers lead. Chris Paul with a steal and the basket. Redick, Baumute bobble it and throw it away. And Paul gets it back.
He was going to foul to prevent the break and said maybe I can get a steal instead.
Recently went with a couple of bigs because there's a steal. Paul picked in the pocket of his buddy. Swooping to the goal and scores the ball. Crab takes away by Paul. The Griffin slam dunk.
Go under, you should be able to beat the guy to the spot.
Cody Zeller had no idea that Chris Paul was behind him.
9 shots tonight, but quietly he's made 3 out of 4 here in this quarter.
There's a takeaway by Paul. Clippers running out. 3-on-1. This might be fun. The lob, the jam. It was fun.
Benny really get along. He hasn't been.
And Lillard tries to go on a pick and drop a pass.
Steps back. Air ball. Lopez the rebound. Knocked away by Chris Paul. Paul in the middle. All eyes. Stops. Pops. Scores for 7 in half number 1. Oh, there's a steal. CP3 lobs it in. Great recovery by Chris Paul. Russell pushes his way into the front court. Randall against Stevenson. Bounces off his foot. Paul picks it up. Stevenson. Monster jam with
course, their best player, Kawhi Leonard, needs to be out there.
Off the steal on the 2-on-1. Paul able to convert, so
he just barely touches their hands. Wes Johnson.
Great run by both guys. The fact that DJ runs first allows that.
You will lose. Durant couldn't handle the pass. A bullet by Westbrook. They're trotting back down.
Back at the free throw line. Broken up. Nicely by Paul. Ahead to JJ. The lob, the jam.
That's Clipper basketball. So whether it's a block or a steal, got a lot of shots you've never seen.
I think it's probably the truth. Another steal by Chris Paul. His third of the game, and a beautiful look to Rivers for the score.
If I'm a runner, about 25 minutes since returning from that quad and hand injury, it's going to be interesting to see if he has that same type of all-star form.
They just keep mishandling. Bahamute gets the score.
Perfect pass by Chris Paul.
Pays to run.
He had been starting for a while, but this is his 13th straight game off the bench. Another Paul steal. 35 consecutive games with a steal for Chris Paul. #1 active in the league. Redick again! 5 of 5 and 4.
The shot clock. Taken away by Paul, who had absolutely been spectacular in the opening 8 minutes. J.J. Redick. In another follow jam.
Lionel Hollins thinking about another paint.
Walker.
I think Chris blocked it, believe it or not.
Comes up with it.
Winslow lost the handle, and the Clippers come up with it. And a disconcerting beginning for the Miami Heat.
Bryant comes the other way with it. Hard to the goal, but without the ball. Hit by Johnson to Huertas to start the fourth quarter. The ball movement tends to be very good with this unit on the court, but there they turn it over, but get it right back and get a new clock out of it.
Here's 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Stripped of the ball out of bounds. When we saw them in November, there didn't seem to be much chemistry.
2 road wins. This year they're 6 and 5 on the road so far. Parker deflected. Nice defense from Chris Paul.
6-2, Clippers early. Couple of 3 balls. There's the deflection by Chris Paul and the steal. Clippers have numbers. Paul controls it.
Yeah, both these guys are really good at points off of handoffs.
Good. Dunker the rebound. Parker attacks. Lost it. Green to Paul. Here they come. Without Blake Griffin.
The wild pass that ends up as a Memphis turnover. Redick gave up the 3. Griffin didn't catch it cleanly, and he turns it over.
Yeah, Courtney Lee did a great
Griffin.
And Redick not known for that ability. Rifles a strike.
There's a takeaway. Griffin, he got dropped hard. There's not a whistle. Plumlee loses it. McCollum picks it up. Throws it away. Taken by Paul. Just over a minute to go. To Griffin. Go to the hole. Lay it up and get fouled and get dacked. And half a season there before he's acquired by the Clippers. Ball's knocked away. Battling for it. Clippers come up with it. Bahamute.
And then the Hawks won 19 in a row.
Broken up by Chris Paul and stolen. Chance for the Clippers to tie or take the lead. Finds Pierce.
Make a miss league. Stay confident and stay aggressive.
A steal by Chris Paul. Over 40% threes.
Collison. Oh, nice knock away by Chris Paul. Paul and Lopez gets the board and then throws it away. Paul looks off the defenders, finds a shooter.
Wayne has to give it up. Jenkins picked up on a switch by Griffin. Shot clock down to 5, and it's picked off by Paul. Felton back. Paul goes right at him, and the foul.
Size with brute force.
And the Clippers give it up right away.
That was a silly pass by Rudy.
It was a terrible pass.
Absolutely. Now the Clippers are going to come a lot of individual play from their guards. You can see on the other end of the Clippers how much they're sharing the ball.
Poked away by Paul. 2-on-1 with Redick. He'll pull up from 15 and Scola rebound. Steal by Paul. He'll shoot a 3. Oh, the Clippers' 3-point shooting is this game.
They are reading those little pocket passes, and their long arms are getting a piece of them.
And they shoot 31%. Clippers at 57% in the game. That ball is kicked loose. Comes off to Bahamute.
Redick.
That much like a little hot spell. There's a steal by Paul.
Look at Redick run to the line.
Redick for three off the iron. Bahamute steals the rebound.
You know, guys are missing good shots when the opportunity is there. You got to get a layup here.
Clippers 1 of 13, Miami 5 of 18.
Oh, now.
Redick pulls it out. So does Paul.
Tried to grab that one.
Bradley has the ball taken away. There's a rare turnover by Boston. Johnson gets to the goal. And
Freak of nature, so athletic at his size to be able to run like a deer, jump like a gazelle, and really isn't.
Pass deflected and stolen by Paul. Paul to the basket, finds Rivers. Rivers goes up and gets hammered. And 2 free throws.
Teague. That one's deflected. Here comes Millsap. Paul gets the steal. DeAndre behind the pack.
Irving again, the crossover goes at Redick. Takes it inside, stolen by Chris Paul.
Well, he's one of the best that we've had in the league ever since.
Percentage, and J-Dre's number 1 and 3.
No team has ever had a player lead in every category. Paul with the pass breakup. Paul pushing tempo.
Sampson's jump shot is short. Turn it over. Here comes Redick. He's free.
And now an interception and now a foul.
Didn't play against the Clippers in a previous meeting. Morris wasn't with the ball club in a previous meeting. There's a steal by Chris Paul. Getting very close to the steal lead. There's a steal by Chris Paul. Slides to a stop and finds JJ. Baseline by Pierce. Broken up by Paul. Ahead to J.J. Redick.
He says it's nothing.
Allowed, no catch.
But honestly,
Clippers get it back.
They're not utilizing him like they should.
And a turnover. Chris Paul right there. Beverly just had a poor dribble, and it ended up in the hands of Chris Paul.
They were not known quantities in the United States, but both solid players in the NBA.
The other way. C-A-N-A-A-M. There's a steal. 2-on-1.
Get wide as possible.
Crawford.
Not per year, folks, but added to the total amount of his contract. But
there's a steal.
I'm with you, Ralph. The fact that he's not playing.
Pressure on Golden State on the defensive board.
Look at Barbosa. Heads up play from Paul to catch it.
Here comes Curry, knocked away by Paul, picked up by Jordan, and a foul. Bogut, boy, Bogut laid the wood.
They're turnover prone. Moutier, there's one right now. Almost gave it back. There's a turnover. And he gets it right back and gets a foul from Hayward. That's so much who Chris Paul.
15 to 18-foot jump shot. And now he's one of the most deadly mid-range shooters we have in the league.
Doc Rivers says it's all about his work ethic. Griffin putting it in.
Hayward. Broken up by Paul. And he'll get fouled. Chris Paul making it happen.
I'll tell you who was upset about it.
Here's Tyreke Evans coming into Davis. Poked away, the steal by Chris Paul.
Run with him, guys.
But Davis is back.
One of the real cerebral players that has played in this league in the last 15 years.
And they have an easy 2 as Redick tries to locate the ball. He does and misses the layup.
That's it.
Deflected by Paul. Saved by Pierce. What a great job by Paul Pierce. Green leaking out of his cousin. Broken up by Paul.
Back to his football days.
CP3 has it.
Powering in for the rebound. That's a way to help against a guy like Jordan. You get your guards involved, then Russ turns it over.
3-point shooter.
He's having a good year from deep, over 40%.
Has the ball stripped.
He's killing the Clippers on the boards. He's got 11 boards.
There's a steal by Paul.
DJ's got 13, but Lopez boards have been much more impactful.
JJ for three. Around the Zeller screen, pick and roll, and broken up beautifully by Chris Paul, and the foul's going to be called on the big man, Cody Zeller. Got his pocket picked by Chris Paul.
Little pick and roll game, and Paul with the steal. 2-on-1 for the Clippers. Redick with a nice fake, couldn't make it. Paul with the rebound. Yes.
The road uniforms for the Lakers. This is the Clippers' home court and home game, and a turnover. Clippers have it now, and same five to start of the game. Bahamude, Griffin, Jordan, Redick, and Paul for the Clippers. Bryant, Randall, Hibbert.
Lift on Paul's body, and so thus his shot is becoming flatter and flatter, and it's
broken up by Paul.
Really struggling to find the rhythm.
Poked away. Picked up by Lauer with two. Taken away by Chris Paul. Paul. And a foul is going to be called. Carter's really unhappy. I mean, he's really didn't get it to him. Bogdanovich the other way. A bucket here. And good job inside by who else but Chris Paul.
What was it Brooklyn coach Kenny Atkinson said about Chris Paul? Stinking best hands ever.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers reiterated it. He said, I don't think I've ever
eliminates DJ's ability to tap the ball out. Ball knocked away. Here comes CP3. Carter is back. All the way to the hole. And a foul is going to be called. Carter's really unhappy. I mean, he's really unhappy. Okay, it doesn't.
The first one short. You could see on the second one how he held his follow through.
Another turnover. Here comes Paul.
Yeah, Chris won't get credit for the steal, Ralph, but he knocked it free.
Blind drop pass to Griffin for 2+1.
A time where J.J. Redick was just a jump shooter off of those plays. Now he has the ability to put the ball on the floor and make plays. Beautiful job getting into the paint.
And there's another steal from Paul. Redick cashes in.
It happened to a couple of guys like that, but this guy's been able to do it so far.
Yeah, I think I expected more of a Trevor Ariza kind of a situation here. I mean, it's not easy as Redick gets the easy score.
He had Onuaku off balance, but could not take advantage. The pass for Onuaku is through his hands. Back comes Paul. Sets it up.
Far he got, but at the end of the day, he has a no-trade clause, but he's a guy that you can run offense through and make plays via.
Paul behind the back. The one-handed jam by Jordan.
Leonard with the steal. Oh, what a play by Paul.
Wow.
On the interception. Now here's Wesley Johnson for three.
What a steal by Chris Paul. This is an amazing play here. Great steal starting off by Twyler. He jumped on a bounce pass.
Williams at the baseline. That'll be a backcourt violation, stolen by Paul. He'll go to the hole and lay it in.
Off the dribble. A poor job by James Harden. Close short, and then allow Bahamute to drive, and then on top of that turns the basketball over.
Paul throws it up, and Griffin on the second effort able to tip it in.
BC Air will work. Mishandle, lose the ball to Chris Paul. Always among the league leaders in steals. He'll shoot a three. Tip, left hand by Griffin.
I think he shot it because Blake had position.
Griffin misses on the follow slam. Grant couldn't find a handle. And the Clippers with room service at the other end.
So the buckets belong to the Pacers. The free throws belong to the Clippers. There's a steal. Here comes Bahamute by himself for two. Collison. Cousins. He'll drive. Inside for Gay. Bad pass broken up by Paul. He'll get fouled.
They kind of had to.
So the team's two superstars commit turnovers. Paul for the Clippers. Cousins, always turnover prone.
Done by the starting backcourt.
Vucevic taken away by Chris Paul. He's on the run. Green is back between his legs. The bounce goes to Redick. J.J. didn't know how open he was. Turns and scores.
From the line.
Saying Chris Paul, he's going to get physical with it. That's nice layup for the Clippers.
But the key is, remember, they do so well when they play with pace.
Deflected by Paul, picked up by Griffin. He's got J.J. out front. He'll get it all the way. Look at J.J. smile and said, "Nah, I'm not going to pass it right now." Here's Drummond. Back and down. There's Paul. He just is amazing. by himself for three. Bingo!
All four tonight. Redick 3 for 3. CP's going to rely on Butler to score and to create.
Pass broken up by Chris Paul and saved by CP3. NBA steals leader. Blake Griffin all the way to the basket. Lay it in and get fouled. DeRozan. Poked away again by those hands of Chris Paul. To the hole. That's a goaltender.
20 points. Austin Rivers also with 20. And then Paul with an excellent defensive play. And now Griffin on the other end. Gets the layup.
Wade to Felicio right through his hands to Paul. The pass a little bit hot.
Yeah, too hard.
And Jordan spikes it home for the Clippers.
Back-to-back rejections by DJ. He run into the rim, but it's deflected. Paul gets it back. Finds DJ anyway for the jam.
Oh, Kevin Love had a big quarter for Cleveland earlier.
Crawford, great pass, great decision that time.
They stay 3 years they go, and
He's
they
used to
four
it.
and they graduate, absolutely. Yeah. Trying to go inside, Westbrook throws it away. Westbrook, by the way, does not have an assist yet in the game. Space.
On the court impacts JJ so much. We see he's got 14 assists now in this game. We're not even halfway through the third quarter yet, Ralph.
There he forced the steal, the slam dunk. What a play.
You know what I'm saying? What was your question?
Yeah, that's like if J.J. Redick gets a fast break layup.
4 minutes into the basketball game, John Wall behind his back, downward poked away by Chris Paul, picked up by Griffin. Clippers have 3-on-2 numbers. Paul to J.J. for 3. Bingo!
Behind that mark during the course of the season.
Let's hope. When I played, it seemed like there were 6 or 7 every year.
Paul breaks away and lays it in.
Boy, a familiar face. 2 years of the Clippers, a turnover. Chris Paul got runners with him. Goes to Blake Griffin, who throws it in. That's 11 points for Cousins.
Driving inside, stripped by Rivers. And the Kings turn it over. Paul, another lob. Griffin, another finish.
Broken up, stolen by Paul. What a play by Chris Paul. Griffin with options, slam dunk.
Clippers have their biggest lead of the night. Paul with the steal. 3-on-1 develops. Well, Amonte.
He's messing around, taking soft shots. Then you don't want to give him the basketball. With his mentality right now, he's basically saying, without saying, get me the rock.
Bamute gets a friendly bounce.
Young man, really plays at such a high level. Looking forward to being on the show at Area 21.
Simmons trying to go behind the back, picked off by Paul. And here's Wes Johnson getting inside. Yes!
I'm picking you. 26-22. Clippers lead by 4. Johnson inside. No avail.
They're letting them play today.
What a lead bounce pass it is.
In the league, the Clippers 6th. And already plenty of points. Harden gets inside, ripped away by Paul. Paul drives right into Eric Gordon, layup, rattles it home.
Knocked away by Paul. JJ for 3, number 200, bingo.
Here they could trim it to 14 again. Another steal, Chris Paul. His 5th of the ball game.
There's only 15 of them in the game.
3 ball. Felton. Bingo. Raymond Felton. Doing a job.
The coaching staff gave him that call or that idea to get to that elbow.
Another turnover. 3-on-2.
got
Make it 4-on-2. Bamute. 3-point attempts. He's only made it 6 out of 15, both from 3-point land and from 2-point land.
Was in Dallas the last 2 years after starting his career in Houston. There's another steal by Chris Paul.
Yep. It was the first time we saw it. That didn't fare so well, but that was kind of a fluke game.
There's a takeaway by the NBA steal leader.
And finally the opportunities here.
Dirk just lost the handle. Paul looks ahead.
Watch JJ run to a 3. He was open.
1-point lead for the Suns. Mismatch inside. Knocked away by Paul, taken by Johnson, and the foul will be called against Chris. His third of the game.
Again, they switch.
Backdoor pass stolen by Chris Paul, leads the NBA in the world in steals. Wiggins goes to work, throws it away, picked up by Paul. 2-on-2.
He's waiting
He's
for
got
help.
JJ. JJ fakes the three ball, and Wiggins did a good job on him. And gives it up.
Well, he lost his balance, felt like he was shoved. CP got a hand on that. He won't get the steal, but he caused it. But the reason Jose doesn't play anymore is...
There's a steal. Lakers coming unglued right now. He knew who was behind him. Luke didn't.
Several minutes during warm-ups, Ralph. It was an incredible moment.
Man, giving me chills. DeAndre tried to save it, but good. Southpaw can't get it to fall. Gobert stolen by Chris Paul. The smallest man on the floor took it away from the biggest man on the floor.
Great find.
And the Thunder almost turn it over, but Adams chases it down. They're going to steal by Paul. Values it was 51 seconds. Paul with the takeaway. That's a good start. Race into the front court. Throws it away. Crawford is back. The lob, the jam. That should do it.
At least clearing the throat.
So the jump ball out of the timeout. Frazier and CP3. And like everything else.
Takeaway, but George gets it back. But again, you saw they got him in trouble. They get the turnover.
You're not getting it away from CP down there.
Elite defender. The things that he does for this Clipper team cannot be replaced.
Great hustle by Paul to get the steal. Look at Redick run to the three-point line.
Rivers fronting Bianca. Ball's knocked loose. Clippers get it 3-on-2. Paul goes to Griffin and fouls to be called before the shot. And wait on Tuesday night at Staples Center. San Antonio on Thursday. Got a piece of that one, Wall did. And they throw it away. Clippers get it right back. Don't know.
I think so.
Pass inside, intercepted by the league's leader in steals, Chris Paul. Great job by Moore. That one's broken up by Paul. Clippers run the other way with time running out.
Milwaukee has it again. 5:40 to go. There's a steal. Rivers all the way against Brogdon. Throws up almost in.
Not even going to give you a smile.
But he's almost Mr. Personality compared to what he was in Chicago.
That's true.
He's consciously tried to be a little bit more outgoing.
Jazz, they turned it over. 7 of 8 shooting in this quarter. And then Hill, my goodness, ticky-tack at midcourt.
No way you're going to stop him.
Paul with the steal. Brogdon thought he was fouled. 2-on-1 for the Clippers. Redick a pull-up three. No good.
The opposition are now running another defender at CP.
Walked away beautifully by Chris Paul.
Jamal Crawford, he's made the best of them look the way he did Kuzminskas on that last possession.
I know the game is Chris Paul with just a rip.
Tonight is being brought to you by California Earthquake Authority. Get the strength to rebuild. And a turnover.
Already the Lakers with the turnover. They only had 2 in the first half in the game against the Cavaliers.
6 days that learn how to use their body, get where they need to be on the floor.
Another turnover. Chris Paul lost it out of bounds.
He's not rushing to get the ball out quickly because he's worried about getting fouled. And guys, he's been a force offensively, defensively, as you pointed out. Mike Smith, he's just been everywhere. Scott Brooks said yesterday.
Everything the same every time.
And it's true the minute he walks into the gym. There's a steal by Chris Paul, the NBA steal leader. Behind his back to Pierce for the jam and the foul.
The tremendous appreciation for Blake Griffin's ability to pass the basketball.
Chris Paul with the steal. A 2-on-1 with Griffin. Robertson with a great block. And I think the hope was...
Stripped away by Paul. What a job by Chris Paul. Just stripping Turner of the ball, but has lost the other way, and it's 2-on-1. Stolen by Cousins. Bad pass by Crawford. Big man brings it ahead. Challenges Paul, who knocks the ball away. Here comes JJ, top of the circle, jump shoots, misses. Payton the rebound. Steal by Chris Paul.
Yeah, I don't know.
Paul Pierce is going to be a Hall of Famer. I stole 3 headbands from my kids. I just hope they're happy to get them.
The Clippers are actually doing a nice job.
Poked away by Paul. He's on the break. Leonard giving chase.
He missed it.
Oh, he missed the layup.
This one down the floor. He had all night, all day to measure that one up.
Frustrated Coach Van Gundy's already used 2 timeouts. Another turnover, but an errant pass tapped by Jordan.
Switches when it involved their center.
Down low, taken away. Ball reached in. Bahamude got it. Here comes Blake Griffin against Rondo, who fouls him. So it's an 8-point lead with 6 seconds to go. Paul gets the steal, thank you. Says good night, Canada.
Advantage of the opportunity to Pau Gasol injury.
Aldridge no good. There's Dedmon with the offensive rebound, but stripped by the NBA leader in steals, Chris Paul.
Lead at 3 still. Chris Paul ripped Grant, and Grant fouled him trying to get it back.
Loses it. Here's Covington. DeAndre is back. And Paul with a deft steal and a timeout.
There's no question about it. Another year where they win 60 ball games, 60 plus. There's no question in my mind that they lose the first round is disappointing.
Full speed ahead.
4:07 to go. 10-point lead blocked away by Chris Paul. He's on the break. He's got Griffin and Jordan running with him.
7 straight wins for the Clippers entering tonight. A 10-1 record, the best in the league. Harrison stripped by Paul. Beautiful defensive play by CP3.
Were Anthony Davis playing, we'd be talking about him all night. That's the kind of season he's been having. He's been unbelievable.
Paul behind his back and the foul on Frazier. 2 moments ago. Stops.
Look at
Poked
Chris.
away. Rivers ahead to Griffin into the corner. Ball. And here come the Suns again. Bledsoe on the fly.
Oh, good.
The strip by Chris Paul.
He's going to Redick.
The lob to DeAndre, and it won't go.
It's a slow starts against them. You got to be ready to play.
Plumlee brings that ball down after receiving the rebound, but it's jabbed away by Redick. Up the floor, Paul.
Shoot from out there. Go to the hole again. Lose the basketball again.
Good idea. Get it to Blake.
Griffin marches to the goal, but misses the shot. Fights for the rebound. And he's out of bounds when he touches it. Loaded against Felton.
Off his own toe, yeah.
Paul, Clippers by 22. Calderon. Bounce pass broken up by Paul. Leads the NBA in steals.
Beautiful.
Wide open 3-ball.
The Clippers would have been, or would be today.
DeAndre racing the court. Haven't tasted victory in their last 7 games. Deflected. Turnover. Jamal Crawford.
In your career, that's going to be the commentary from Jeff. Cousins poked from behind by guess who's? Chris Paul.
He said, we're not going to worry about Dallas.
Bogut the rebound, poked away by Chris Paul's deft hands.
And that's no respect or disrespect to Dallas, but we are going to worry about our game.
The Clippers actually taking 3 of 4 from San Antonio. 3-pointer by Crawford.
For both of those teams. And the Clippers have won a game already in Salt Lake City this year. Redick with the strip, taking it away from Matthews.
Westbrook races it. Ball knocked away. The steal by Paul.
He's got his eyes on Redick for a 3.
Tees it up for 3.
I just figure if there's a loose ball, they're going to get it.
That's the way it's been. Here comes Paul the other way.